If you are here, it's because you know you want a change. You are someone who has clear goals and you dare to do things in a different way to achieve them. If you are here, it's because, like me, you want financial freedom. And here, I am going to tell you about 2 mistakes that you should avoid if you want to achieve this faster than anyone else. Heads up, I have already made these mistakes. Hi, my name is Gios Colo and this is MoneyBeat. So let's get straight to the point. This video is promoted as intended only for someone who's in their 20s. And the idea is that you learn from my mistakes and don't make them. So I hope you watch this video on time. But if you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, at any age, don't worry about it. You always have time to do things better. Number 1, avoid credit cards. They are the worst enemy of financial freedom. They really are. It usually goes something like this. You are a normal person, walking happily through life. And then a bank agent calls you. He tells you, "We have an approved card with your name on it for a limited amount of X dollars. And just come and get it." And you say, "Look, I don't need it right now. But you know what? You never know. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Sure, I'll take it." You sign your papers, they give you your card, and for a while, everything's fine. Until suddenly, you start thinking about this trip. Oh, it's going to be perfect. A beach resort, cocktails, tourist attractions. But wait, that's a lot of money. Oh, I can't afford this. I can't. I just can't. Unless, of course, I can use my brand new credit card. It's no problem. I use it now and pay it later. I'm not going to spend more than $1,500. In 2 months I'll pay it and get the balance to zero. Let's do this. And then, you know what happens? You get unexpected expenses, and those $2,500 you spent because they were not $1,500 as you planned. You spent $2,500 in that trip. They are going to double because of all the time you're gonna take to pay it off. And because of the additional interest, they'll be charging you month by month. I can tell you in my case, and in the case of millions of people, credit cards are the #1 cause of economic debts. They are a headache. My advice, if you can avoid them 100%, do it.
Do it! Just do it!
Many will argue that if you have a credit card and use it to pay for things, but you always pay your balance in full, without delay and without generating interest, you would be accumulating points and miles at no additional cost. They would be a great ally. But you know what? A number of studies have indicated that people do spend more when paying with a credit card. In 2001, Drayson Prelick and Duncan Symester of MIT published the result of their research in Marketing Letters. They found shoppers spend up to 100% more when using their credit card to pay instead of cash. In one of their studies, they offered participants the opportunity to buy basketball tickets to a desirable game. Those told they could pay by credit card were willing to pay twice as much as those who had to pay in cash. So this is not something I am making up. This is a reality. If you can, avoid it at all costs. Number 2, do not buy a new car. As soon as you start making money, you feel like you can afford some luxuries. The first that comes to mind is a new car. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? I have worked so much. I deserve this. That new car smell. Not feeling any bumps on the street. The peace. The luxury. That new car smell. Oh, did I say that already? But that new car smell though. But no, do not fall in that trap. You always think you can afford the expense, and most likely you can. You probably don't have many expenses. You are probably starting to become independent, or you're just doing a little better, so now you can spend more. And it might be just a small percentage of your income, but believe me, it is a mistake. A mistake that turns out to be very expensive and will stay with you for years and years to come. The first thing to understand is that as soon as you take your new car out of the car dealer, its value drops. your new car's value decreases around 20% to 30% by the end of the first year. So it would be better to buy it from someone who has already taken it out of the car dealer, or a car that has a year of use. What is the actual goal of having a car? Move from one place to another in a comfortable way. That is something you can achieve with a cheap car. I know you want a new, beautiful one and you want it now, but the best thing to do, and this is not something I say, it's something that many experts say on the subject, is to save to buy the best cheap car you can get within your budget. And I'm going to take this moment to highlight that I'm not an expert in finances or anything like that. I am only giving advice from my personal experience, hoping that you take them into account to make your own studied and personal decisions. These two mistakes that I made and that I'm still paying for today can be avoided. They are mistakes that if you make them, you can overcome, of course. In fact, a year ago, my credit card and new car debts totaled 22.5k, and I have already managed to lower them to 14k. So I am on my way to erase them from my life. But I could have just avoided them from the beginning. What I am saying is that if I had the opportunity to do it again, I wouldn't do it the same way. I would totally not do it the same way. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If it helped you in any way, please leave your like and subscribe to this channel. See you next week in another video. Thank you.